Hi, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm Amany AlKhayat. I teach virtual reality development and UX design at New York Institute of Technology. And I'm also pursuing my doctoral degree at Teachers College, Columbia University, where I also, my dissertation is focused on mixed reality and artificial intelligence. Yeah, virtual reality is there is some professors in my school, as far as I know, who implement who do research and implement virtual reality in my school, and also some students who also have like a couple of courses on virtual reality development and research. The portion of using Zoe also made it way much easier in terms of prototyping and development, because while I was attending Zoe's workshops, it's totally different, of course, from other workshops that relates to other SDKs like XR Interaction Toolkit, which is also great. But I felt like, oh my God, this is magic. I am very busy, and I can create something in several hours without being burdened by troubleshooting or forgetting to add something, and so on. So it was really I enjoyed the process from the beginning to the end, and I wish I had more time to do more. So it's also framed within a story, and then they learn about it, and then they also like familiarize themselves with VR interactions, and also grab interactions, like they will take this thing, the magnifier, and so they move into scene 2, and then they start looking at the board where the suspects are, and there is also a trick in terms of the suspects, and which is also cultural, like nicknames. So some cultures, they don't have this thing, and so they read this bulletin board, and then they go around the scene, and they collect evidence. And also there is lore, which is like the victim has left some notes where they have to read. So usually reading breaks immersion in virtual reality, and so one of the solutions is to use lore, which is like notes and stuff with little information, so that the users can use and they can read about it. And all these are riddles, and so they will need to figure out. I also intended to use MX stylus, Logitech MX stylus, so that one of these riddles would be to draw the evidence. So draw a circle and draw this. So that was the wedding ring that the so it's all framed in story, so that the learner would draw, and then you need to find the evidence. And then if it's multiplayer, learners can also engage in negotiation of meaning or negotiation for meaning, which actually helps in learning languages. And then once they figure it out, the game ends. And that's it. So it's the game is structured within the framework of task-based language teaching. Once they finish the game, they go back to class. They report about it, either in terms of public speaking. They just report in, like, who is the criminal. Oh no, I mean, purchasing an existing VR application does not usually align with the learning outcomes or the curriculum. And so I'm part of a large group of educators worldwide who actually like to design their own experiences, or their own VR like lessons. And so yes, ready-made existing apps can be good, but they're not. They can never be aligned with different curricula. I mean, many schools use different textbooks, and each unit has a different thing. And so it's I think it's more interesting to create. For me, I love to create stuff for my students. I teach Unity, and I've worked many times with Unity. I also won hackathon with my team, and we were aiming also for most engaging. So we won the most engaging award, and it's always I love the UX design side because usually developers, they just take like the game flow or whatever from the designer, and this is what I love doing, like how to design things and how to navigate hardware limitations, and also users prior knowledge and experience of virtual reality. The most important thing in designing for VR is interaction design. Of course, there are many elements. There is a very good framework. It's called the entangled pedagogy, which is general, like how you is technology first, pedagogy first. That's very important also to put into consideration. But when it comes to virtual reality, interaction design is very important. VR interactions are very important, and so when I meet people who want to design for virtual reality for the first time, they usually have lots of UI, and they usually think of 2D. So we need to have spatial awareness in order to design the right experiences. So, for example, there are I've seen some experiences where people design things that could be good only for 2D. So matching exercises, for example, antonyms and synonyms. This can be good for 2D, but not 3D. So when I match things, I need to have like feedback, for example, like that would tell me, yes, that would reinforce the knowledge. Yes, this word is the antonym of that word, you made it. And so so many people sometimes they confuse, or they are still living in the 2D, like the way they understand 2D, but they're not fully into virtual reality, probably because of lack of using the VR headset.